Awesome. Hi. Anyway, so today, guys, we're going to move forward with our background escape semester, and we'll be talking about turning basically into the guard, right? So we started out, I guess, 2 weeks ago. I'll grab you here, have my back. We started talking about our basic concepts, or, kind of basic principles, fighting the hands, always protecting your neck. Ideally, we would peel apart any seatbelt and own this inside space with our elbows. And most everything that are going to get into will basically work if they don't have a seatbelt. But quite often they'll get it, even if it's like I'm here and they get a seatbelt over my hands, like that'll sort of sometimes happen, like this kind of thing, right? This sort of scenario, my hands are on the inside, but ideally I would let them have it. We talked about our primary conceptual foundation, which is this idea that I want to disjoint myself from their alignment. Just to reiterate, we talked about how as long as his alignment matches mine, so as long as his sternum is behind my shoulder blades and sort of in a parallel line with my sternum, it's going to be very hard to get out of this position. There's not really any way for me to maneuver us in such a way where him being directly behind me is no longer an advantageous position for him, right? In the sense that if I get on top of him, he still has my back. If I get underneath of him, he still has my back, right? And we talked about our basic escape shifting towards the underhook side, right? Today we're going to talk about what if I can't quite clear the hooks in the same way and I have to go about this in a different approach, right? So let's move a little bit this way. Perfect. Here, so he has the seatbelt, maybe he's got really tight hooks fastened up, and I don't feel like I quite have the leeway to escape those other side, right? I'm trimming up on top, doing everything, right? And maybe like he's got his hooks tight enough that my hips can't quite get up there, so I'm trying to shift, it's just not really taking me anywhere, okay? So we'll start with if he has the seatbelt and kind of the more conservative of the two approaches, okay? What I'm going to work to do is, can you see this arm pretty clearly? Is I'm going to work to get this seatbelt strap off, right? So right now it's over my neck. I want to grab it at the wrist like a, like a, or I don't have a metaphor for this, but whatever, like a snake, like I'm holding a snake, you rattly snake creature. Here, and I'm going to throw this arm over my head, right? Sometimes this can be difficult if he's doing his seatbelt super strong, so what I'm actually having you do, sit up please, is make a fist, stab me in the chest like a nice, and then go over the blade of your hand. This is going to be hard to break. So in order for me to break this, I might have to like do a little bit of finagling, right? So you notice there how like if I just tried to go and hold tight, if I just tried to lift it up, it wouldn't work, so I shift low, and I just take it over. Okay, now we go back to our same baseline concept, guys. We're going to try to disjoint ourselves from their alignment. So right now, as long as his chest is behind my shoulder blades, it's hard for me to get free. If I just try to turn into him, follow me please, he's going to follow. So I have to find a way to keep him where he's at. In this instance, it's not like the underhook escape where I can get on his leg and sort of use my hips being on top of his leg and use my weight being on his chest to sort of scrape myself off. Instead, to go back, I'm going to have to use something a little different. So as I get this grip, what I'm going to do here, guys, is push his hand to the floor. Okay? So I'm putting weight down on his arm. It seems like a vulnerable position, but this is actually the way I can do this safely. There are a couple of things that can go wrong in the middle of this, so it's important to sort of freeze frame. Everything was going so good, and then, get into how I could have screwed this up. So if I go back, if I'm here and I'm absent-minded with this grip, if you, John, use this as a frame to push my face away and then get this leg over my head, you've got an arm bar right there. And likewise, if I get the arm over and I take him over here, but I don't do anything with it, go ahead and like same thing, push my face away, leg over the head, right? He's got some arm bars, attacks. However, if I put my weight on this arm, please try to arm bar me. He's not going to really be able to do anything. He has to be able to kind of like push me away and maneuver his hips. So that's, by putting my weight on that arm, that's what's stopping him. So again, he has a seatbelt. Yep, and here, same idea. And again, maybe his hooks are really tight so I don't feel like I can, step out. Double up on the wrist, and you notice how I'm even getting a little bonus pointer knuckle action right here. Okay, I'm going to take this arm over. Sometimes you got to finagle this thing. If I can't just lift it and take it, I'm going to shift down and go here. At this point, I'm going to push that arm to the mat, and my weight is going to be on it. This is also what's going to allow me to mobilize my hips. Basic physiological principles, guys. I cannot maneuver my hips if my weight is on them, right? My weight has to be on my upper body for me to move my lower body. So I put heavy hands, and then I'm going to use this back foot to hop and turn. From here, elbow comes out, I get caught. Sometimes you'll end up in half guard, sometimes you'll end up in close guard. It just kind of depends on the situation. Again, here, he has a seatbelt, fighting my hands to my neck, feet come in, drive up on top. I don't feel like I can get free. So, double up on the wrist, make that thing over, and then staple it to the floor. You can also theoretically grab the gi if you wanted to. I like to stay on the wrist, but this is a pretty solid grip too. Again, if like John, you try to go for that arm bar, it's very hard. As long as the weight's going down. The second that weight comes off, push, go for that arm bar. Got it. Actually, you know what? Let me get you out of here. Mike, can I grab you? Because that way you can see that now. So, he's got my back. He's got the seatbelt. Control. Same principle, same beginning start. I got to pin him down first. Like, lock him down. But again, like I say, your hooks are really tight, like you're pulling in. Right? And so I just can't clear. So I get the 2-on-1. You know that. Get the 2-on-1, maybe I can't quite throw it over, so I might have to finagle myself out of there. From here, I turn and I push this to the floor. So if Mike can try to push me away from the armbar, at best he'll scoot his hips away and he'll give me the escape. So go through the whole thing one more time without any sort of chalking and interruptions. From here, feet come in, drive up high, 2-on-1, down, staple. And then again, heavy on the hand so I can elevate my hips, turn to my knees. Does that make sense, guys? Excellent. Let's start up working out. 1, 2, 3.